Good.
Welcome, Walter Cromwell from Country Club Homes to Go Taskers Tools for Construction today. How you doing, Walter?
Good. How you doing, Frank?
Good, good, thanks. Walter, why don't you tell all, we have about 25 people watching right now. Tell them a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a custom home builder in Fairfield County. We're a family business, started in 1955 by my father. My sister and I worked together for 20 plus years, and she's now retired, and I'm still continuing to work. So we build mostly in Lower Fairfield County. My background, I went to architecture school at Syracuse University, and have always done custom homes throughout my career.
Great, thanks. So, Walter, we've been on with a whole bunch of panelists today. We'll get right to it with you. How has this pandemic affected you personally and the business around where you do business, the New Canaan, Lower Fairfield County area?
Well, I mean, knock on wood, I mean, it really hasn't been that disruptive for us. I mean, I think, we've run into a few different distribution delays and, reschedulings and things like that. But in general, I think things have continued relatively smoothly. We're holding meetings via Zoom or phone, as often as we can, not having as many site meetings with clients, things like that. But I would say all in all, it hasn't been that disruptive, luckily, for us anyway.
So what would you say are some of the biggest challenges you had to overcome?
Well, mainly just having, making sure people, when they are working on the sites, are, the subcontractors, that they're distancing properly, they're not congregating, trying to just to stay safe in general. Obviously when people are working outside, we're a lot more comfortable, but when they're in closed quarters, we try to keep them, further apart if possible, and wearing proper protective gear.
Are you setting up any type of wash stations or anything like that, or you haven't gotten to that point yet?
I wouldn't say stations, but yeah, we have lots of hand sanitizer around. We do ask people to wash their hands frequently. Things like porta-johns are cleaned more often than usual. And just distancing, making sure people are staying apart from each other as much as possible.
Gotcha. So we had Bill Gardner on earlier as our opener, and he was talking about how the market was not dead or anything like that, but it was a little dormant before all this happened and things started really picking up for you. Have you experienced similar?
Yeah, I mean, it's been actually quite amazing. I've just sold a home that I was holding for about a year and a half that I actually was living in myself, and got quite a good price I was very happy with, and had 5 showings last week, and I had a backup offer behind this one. So I would say night and day, to be honest with you. I don't know whether this will, jumpstart the markets in Connecticut. I hope it's the beginning of something, and hopefully people start to see how great Connecticut is and start to move out, from the city, and it starts to kind of snowball, into more and more business. So yeah, I'm very optimistic. I mean, I think the market, at least for the upcoming, let's say, year into next spring, I would hope is going to be a lot stronger than last year's market.
Great. Yeah. So you do believe 2020 will end up in a positive way?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, God willing, and not, hopefully COVID doesn't come back and circle around a second time. I think if things keep going the way they're going, yeah, I'm optimistic for 2020.
That's great. So what would you take away as some of the positive that have come out of this shutdown in this COVID-19 in our industry?
I guess I would just say the sense of community, everybody coming together, everybody's sort of in this together, and people kind of really have helped each other out and kind of get through it. I think everybody kind of goes through their ups and downs with this, as far as kind of feeling a little trapped at home. And but I would say the positives are just, getting closer to your family, spending more time as a family unit, where kids have a tendency to all be off in different directions. I have family in Germany, so, we've done Zoom meetings with my 15 cousins and relatives, and, everybody's kind of the whole world has caught a cold and we're all going through the same thing. So it's kind of it's a nice feeling when you can all kind of talk about it together and prop each other up.
So technology has really come through on this for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Gotcha. So as we wrap this up, any stories you want to share, any good advice you want to give to maybe some smaller companies that are struggling out there that maybe aren't as fortunate, that aren't getting 5 showings as you did? Any good advice or anything you want to share?
Well, I would just say hang in there. I do feel like the tide will raise all boats, and I do see a lot of activity lately, and it's from everything from high end to renovation work to small projects. But I mean, all the trades, everyone in the construction industry, I think, will benefit from this. I think architects are starting to get business again, and hopefully this will be a good, ironically, the silver lining will be Connecticut market will benefit from people, coming out of the city. So
that's great. Thank you, Walt.